Okay, we're going to try this again. This time I can see a chat window. I don't know what the hell is up with the settings on my phone, but it was not giving me live chat on my phone, which I'm not impressed with. Oh, it said scheduled live streams? No. Hey, Abby. Hello, hello, hello. Finally, I can see chat messages. The last three streams, I couldn't see any chat messages, but I was doing them on this. So I came back to set it up on my computer. Now I can see messages. But the thing is, on the computer, I have access to all the settings, not just, a few of them. No, not screencast. Schedule for later. Go, no. Advanced. Allow chat. Yes. Allow reactions. Yes. Show leaderboard. Yes. No. Now, just, of course, because I've already got a live going, it probably won't let me do a second one. Well, a dance short challenge for you? No, I don't do dance shorts. I'll talk, but I won't dance. I dance like a chicken. So, were you in my other live streams, Abby? In the past hour, the three of them that I did. Oh, and the other thing I noticed, I was going to invite Hardy to join in my live stream, but Hardy did not come up in my messenger people list, which surprised the shit out of me. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, I see what's happened. Uh-huh. I think Christina may have deleted me as a contact or as a friend in her friends list because of her ex-husband. So who else have we got here? YouTube is saying I have 2 viewers. Make yourself known. How did they say that in the medieval times? Come before the king and make yourself heard. So I'm sitting on my throne. Make yourself heard. So anything anybody want to chit chat about? Oh, when I was at McDonald's getting my food. That's interesting. So my total came to $12.77. But in Canada, we no longer have the penny. So you cannot pay 77 cents. You can pay 75 cents or 80 cents because it's a 7 year round down. So the kid says it's $12.75. When he hands me the debit machine, it says $12.77. Now, under commerce law, the price that you get charged is the price that is said. They cannot say one price and display a second. They have to state. They have to state the price. Right? The rounding is done, it should be done silently, not verbally. Actually, I am going to, let's go to Google and find that out. What is proper rounding etiquette in commerce? What is proper rounding etiquette in commerce? Hey, I see a Hardy. Hi, Christina. You made it. Or actually, you may have made one of the last three, but I couldn't see any chat on my phone. So I finally said, well, if I want to see chat, I'm going to have to go to my computer and use that one because there I know it works. Or at least I have a second device to look at and, see what the heck is going on with my chat. Right? I could log in with my other account and, yeah. So, yeah, I went to McDonald's and I sat there and had my little bit of supper. I had a McChicken before I came home. Oh no, it says a 0. Did Hardy leave me already? Finally, yeah. Um, uh, you think it was frustrating for you to try being on my end? I'm sitting there. I've got people in the chat or in the room, but I'm not seeing any chat. And it's like, what the truck is going on here? So that's when I, finally decided I'm going to come back here. And oh, wow. Yeah, I never saw a single message, Christina. Not one. That's why I come back here and set up on the computer. Now I can see my messages, running up the side of the screen. I don't know what went wrong with with my phone why it's not doing chat on the live stream, because I just went back in to basically open up a new live stream on the phone, and yeah, it's not. It's saying that the chat is active, but it wasn't displaying it for me. It was like, ah! Oh, well, that's the beauty of having multiple devices. If I had taken my tablet with me, I might have been able to hotspot the tablet from my phone and look in on the stream at that from there, but I didn't think I'd need to have that with me. Oh yeah, this is what I was streaming with, right? I had it in the mount and in the truck, but no messages, no chats. There was nothing on my screen except for my face. That's it. I did check my settings, Hardy. I went back. Well, let's see. I mean, I'm working on it right here now to set up a live stream, right? And advanced settings. See, allow chat, allow notifications, show leaderboard, or allow reactions and show leaderboard. It's all there. Is it showing as an upcoming live? I wouldn't doubt that you put many comments. Upcoming? What the? Oh my God. Yeah. See, there it is. It's set up for, oh, for Pete's sake. I didn't look at the scheduled time. Oh, okay. But how can it be upcoming? Yeah. Wow. I see all your comments. Look, that's the last one. March 28th, 6:01 p.m. That's today. It screwed up. It screwed up. YouTube screwed up because I was there. I was in the chat. The comment sections are good. Yeah, but it's still showing as an upcoming live and that it's waiting for me. That's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. Waiting for me. Wait, how's it waiting for me? Yeah. Unbelievable. Yeah, I have the comments turned on, reactions, that's all turned on. But yeah, for some reason it made like I wasn't there. Yep, I had a cigarette and on the way back from McDonald's to the yard. So you also got to see all the houses that I work on, and the dolly just before I ended the. Oh, no sound. It should be full sound. If the sound drops, it's on your end because my microphone is showing working fully. I got the little green bar bouncing on the bottom. I even was going to try and share the link with you to yep, showed the school. Yeah. I didn't know if anybody was commenting or saying anything, so I'm just trying to share some stuff. Yeah. Then you heard too about the bus, how that runs. I just happened to be at McDonald's when the bus come through. So the bus comes through, I think it's just after afternoon on its way west to Winnipeg. And the Winnipeg bus leaves there at 1 p.m. and then starts heading back to, or no, it goes to Kenora, I think. This bus goes to Kenora. And they switch and they transfer in Kenora, and then this bus turns around and goes back to Thunder Bay. Right? So that's why it's about 6 hours between, because it's about 6 hours to drive from here to Kenora, turn around and come back. But that is the, that's it for transportation that you can like pay for a seat on to get in and out of this town. And that bus only runs 3 days out of the week. It's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, if I remember correctly. I don't pay attention to it because I don't use it. I drive everywhere. I think. Oh, hello, Susanna. Welcome to my live stream. Nice to see you. Susanna is also another Filipina, I'm pretty sure, because I was looking at some of her videos a little earlier as I was going through comments. And I saw that Susanna commented, so I just went and looked at some of her videos. The one where she was putting up the chicken wire. Yeah, my chocolate shake with my dinner turned into a coffee. Shit. I like my, I like my coffee, but every once in a while I like to throw something a little different in there, and the chocolate shake just, hits the spot. Oh. Well, so you all ready to get your fingers painted again, Hardy? Oh, after I watched your live stream, your early morning hours stream, my eyes were hurting so bad. I went and gave them a break and slept. Now I can see my screen again. Cooking? What you cooking me? Making some breakfast? Fish, rice, and beans. Squid? I can't say that I've had squid. Don't remember ever having squid. Squid is one of the cheaper, seafoods in the Philippines, is it not? Yeah. I know when I was in Davao, um, both both trips, we got fresh tuna. Oh man, was that delicious! It's very very difficult to get fresh tuna here in Canada. Most of our tuna is canned, and I love tuna. Thank you. You should see them when you can look right into them. But there's one drawback to these very rich blue in my eye is they're extremely sensitive to intense light, right? Or huge changes in light. Night driving is probably the hardest thing I can do because when I drive, the lights from my truck will shine against the sign, and that reflection causes my eyes to open, right? And then when the sign's gone, they shrink. And then the next sign open, and then they shrink. I mean, can you imagine, sitting in a gym with a dumbbell and doing 50,000 curls, with a 50-pound barbell or 50-pound dumbbell? Your muscles would be hurting after a while. I doubt you could even make it to 50,000, curls, arm curls. Well, that's what the muscles are like in my eyes. It's like doing those curls. So, after 2 hours of driving like that, my eyes hurt. But what I found is if I have some other light source in the cab with me, it keeps the eye open farther, and I can drive a lot longer. I can get sometimes 6-7 hours of night driving in that way. Christina, you have my love and support. Okay. I think you're a wonderful woman. And in all honesty, since that's probably just you and Abby, I'm going to be very open and very honest with you. All you have to do is say yes. And we can have a deeper relationship. I think we understand each other pretty well. We've both been hurt, and I think you know how to understand the source of that pain, and together we can help each other out, build each other up, strength, build strength, but we do it together, right? I know what it's like, what you are going through. I understand the situation you're in quite well. Um, and I don't want to push, but we can do it together, hand in hand. Yeah, your ex may use, if he knows about us or finds out about us, he may use it to sling mud. But you know what? Let him throw the mud. He's still going to be sitting there with a handful of shit, right? That's the problem, with when you pick up shit to try and throw it, it's still stuck on your hands. My ex is trying the same thing. She's trying to throw shit at me. I don't have to do anything, and she makes herself look bad. I mean, I got documents from her, court documents. These are sworn documents, okay? And because she's asking for child support, she has to state her annual income for the last 3 years in a sworn statement. But what she's done is she's told the court that she makes nothing. And I know for a fact that she's working. So I'm going to tell my lawyers to subpoena her notice of assessment from Revenue Canada and put that before the court. Now we have the real answer. Now we have, oh shit, she's earning, $50,000, $60,000 a year and telling the court she earns nothing. Well, Your Honor, if she can't be honest about her financial information, how can we trust any other word that, she's put on paper? Everything else, that she's stated is bullshit. It has no value after that. You finishing your cooking? Oh, awesome. Oh, so you've been the one, Hardy, that's been the one all the way through my chats. Here I thought it was Newfie. He's a fellow that I know from Lovely's channel. He was always, or he was there a lot. But he wasn't one of the ones that I think was the reason that Lovely went elsewhere. There was a Limey, Ruben, and I don't remember his last name, and then another one from Florida, Bat Signal Comics. And I haven't seen him around anywhere. Not in any other stream. I've, a lot of the other guys that were in the channel, I have encountered them in various streams all over the place, but not Bat Signal Comics. And of course, I don't go to Lovely's stream at all, so I wouldn't even know if he's still going into her stream or not. So while I was sitting there trying to figure things out and why I wasn't getting chat messages in the other streams, I thought, okay, I'll just share it with you. But I couldn't find you in my messenger as somebody I could send something to. Hey, there's a Newfie. We were just talking about you. Your ears must have been ringing awfully bad. So, Christina, you see what I mean about, having a gray beard, and all I need is just a little bit of extra white, whiten this up and make this a little whiter, and it then I could play Santa Claus in Philippines. I bet you the kids would go absolutely nuts to see, a white man, with the white beard, mustache, hair, in the red suit. but I think I might have to, get the shorts and a t-shirt red suit with, it looks like Santa suit, but it's Filipino weather attire, not, North Pole attire. Yes, I'm going to have another cigarette. Actually, I think I'm going to put it on that side of me. Then I don't get the cigarette smoke in my face because I got a fan over here. And when I put the cigarette over here, I seem to get all the smoke in my face and get something they call an eye toke. Well, I be famous. How do I be? Oh, Hardy's famous. Yeah, Hardy's got several thousands of subscribers. She's up to what, 6 now? Yeah, there we go, Noopy. Red shorts and a red tank top. Oh, and in case you're wondering, Christina, that's on my right hand, not my left hand. So that was on my left hand until shortly after my wife left. But that ring went on as part of a commemoration of my commitment. When I signed something called the resolution, it was a commitment to my wife, my family, my church, my community, and my country. Now, just because my wife left does not break the commitment I have to the rest. So instead of keeping it as my in place of my wedding ring, I moved it to the other hand, and the commitment is still there. Right now, it's actually on the hand that receives the money instead of giving the money. Or no, the other way around. It's the left hand that receives the money, the right hand that gives it out. Yes, Noopy. Yep. If I did the Santa suit in the Philippines, I definitely would gain notoriety quick. Yep, it's about a 30-second delay. Oh, I'm glad to have people coming into my chat, and I really appreciate Hardy coming here. But now that I'm indoors, I think I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to reach behind me and grab this and remove it because it is a microfiber and it keeps the freaking heat in so bad. Oh, okay, 30 seconds. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's about 30 seconds. It's funny, when I was doing the one stream, I had it running on my the output going on my computer, but then I tuned in on my phone so I could read the chat a little better because my eyes were sore. Now I can read my screen, no problem. But I was having a hard time being able to read the chat on the computer. And I forgot to turn the volume down. And you were there, actually, I think. Ugh. Oh. Yeah, Hardy, I like to. These are my two bad habits. Actually, I got a third bad habit, but I can't show you that one, except in person. Yes, but that's because I have a copy going. I like my cigarette and my caffeine and my nicotine go together, very well. Now, there it is. Uh, uh, oh, give me a minute. I'm going to turn my fan or my other fan back on, the one that brings the cool air in. Oh. So the room that I have here, Hardy, is about the size of a Philippine house. Um, yeah, smoke partly because I'm bored, but there's also a chemical. It's a chemical addiction as well. Um, I'd love to, you know, stop smoking, and I've tried, but the withdrawals from not having nicotine are freaking crazy. Oh, you went live too, Artie? Oh, okay. Let's see. Can I know on the phone I can add a second person? Pop up dashboard, edit. Okay, you're going to go to. Okay. Oh, okay. You're going to do a live right after. Yeah, and that you're going to do your live at the parlor. Yeah, I know you were going to do that. And when you go live, I'm going to shut mine down and I'll come into your live stream, and then you can do the talking and I'll do the typing. And you got to spell parlor the Canadian way. That's Parlour, parlor. In So like color, honor, color, parlor, they all have the OUR instead of just the OR, which is the American spelling. Nice, thank you, Hardy. Okay, we'll make a Canadian out of you yet. Just little, those are the little things that differentiate. the two countries. Um, and there are others. Neighborhood is another one, and in America it's BOR, in Canada it's BOUR, neighborhood. Uh, Now, when you see y'all, that's Kentucky and Tennessee. That's where J.S. Rocker lives. Although he is originally from Texas, he lives in Tennessee, and that's y'all country. And then and Art is here too. Hey, Article. Absolutely, I'll give you a shout out, buddy. Good to see you. Thank you for coming to my stream. Now I get to do the chat, and everybody else gets to type the words. So for the last 2 years, about 2 years that I've been going to live streams on YouTube. Maybe a little over 2 years, about 2.5. So that's a lot of typing, buddy. Most of the time I do that when I'm on my computer, because you see that's a 6-inch cell phone, and you see what it does to this, how the size of it compared to my hand. Can you imagine these fingers typing on those little tiny keys? So when when I'm typing on the phone to make a post and a comment, very often it does a lot of misspelling. Somewhere over here to my right is my old cell phone. It was a little easier to type because of the body of it was a little wider. Oh, excuse my French. Oh, I'm sweating up here. Yeah, I was frustrated with my mobile. For some reason, I could not see any chats, and now that I looked at it afterwards, once I got into this stream, I went back in, and YouTube is showing my live stream as upcoming, but it's hours, many minutes past the time that I was going, that it said I was live, but it's still showing as upcoming. So something went wrong with the YouTube app on my phone, logging me in properly. Now, Article, correct me if I'm wrong, but do I know you previously as Mabini? Or are you two different peoples? Oh, jeez. So Hardy said she was going to the parlor, but I'm wondering if she's still here or gone already. Mm-hmm. Just having a quick look to see who else is live. Ah, okay. 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 I did it again. So Hardy shared my link in her channel. Nice, thank you, sweetie. Thank you, thank you. Uh huh. Sing. Oh no. No, you sure you want me to sing? What do you want me to sing? One of my favorite songs? On a hill far away stood an old rugged cross, the emblem of suffering and shame. How I love that old cross, where the dearest and best for a world of lost sinners was slain. So I'll cherish the old rugged cross till my trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to the old rugged cross. Oh, shit. Sorry. Would you believe I forgot the last line? And exchange it someday for a crown. 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. Ah, some of my other favorite songs are like Swing Low. Actually, here we go. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. I looked over Jordan, and what did I see? Coming for to carry me home. A band of angels coming after me, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Yes, I told you I sang semi-professional. I was in a group, 12 voices. We had to audition to be part of that choir. And when I started, I sang second tenor. So that's the second highest voice in the group, um, which is kind of, in a four-part harmony. You've got soprano, alto, tenor, and bass, right? When there's the two male, two female voices. So second tenor is the equivalent of the alto, the lower of the women's voices. But from there, I went to first bass. But then the director realized that I had that real low range with power, so he moved me down to second base, and now I can't get my high range anymore. No, 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 no. Nobody killing cats here, buddy. Somebody did actually kill my cat about a year ago. I miss the poor little bugger. He was uh, he was an interesting critter, demanding son of a gun too. I mean, if he wanted attention and you didn't give it to him, he'd come right up and push your nose, and he'd push and he'd push. And if that didn't work, then he started licking it with his sandpaper tongue. Until you grabbed him and gave him a big hug, and then he was all good. And the purr machine would go. Oh, he had a good purr motor. I loved singing. I still, when I have gone into different churches and church services, um, the people that are seated around me when we sing, all of a sudden they're turning around and looking, because I usually, like if we have a pianist or some kind of instrument playing along with it, they play the full spectrum of the song, not just the uh, uh, melody notes. So when they're playing, my ear picks up the tones that my voice can imitate. So I'll sing those low notes and that harmony, and people just they're astounded, that they're hearing harmony when they're so used to hearing just melody in different keys, or not different keys, in different octave, right? So usually, when I'm singing, I'm 2 octaves below melody, and at least one. I'd have to. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask, or when I go down to visit my mom and dad. Um, no, my sister's going to be there. My sister's going to be at my parents' place. I'm going to ask her to pull out the CD of the choir that I sang with, because my dad sang with me. We both sang second base. Pull out the CD and upload the audio files and send them to me in a Dropbox, so then I can put them on my portable hard drive. And then maybe one time I can. Oh, excuse me. Them chicken's getting mouthy. It's talking back to me. Ugh. Oh. So Hardy, have you headed up to, or are you heading off to your parlor appointment, or no appointment at the parlor? It's when you show up, you wait your turn. um,
People say a man is made out of mud. A poor man's made out of muscle and blood. A muscle and blood and skin and bones. You got a mind that's weak and a back that's strong. You load 16 tons.
What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. And going to I ain't go. I owe my soul to the company store. Can go company store. I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. I'm gonna have to practice that one a little more. That's one of my favorite, one of the songs that I really like. 16 Tons. That was originally sung by Tennessee Ernie Ford, but there was another group that covered it with a deep, like a really deep bass lead. That's what I was just listening to. Be there for 9:30. Okay, so that gives you about 45 minutes. Is it walking distance, or you got to get on the scooter and go? You did it again, Hardy. You emptied my coffee cup. Why do you keep drinking my coffee? Oh. So earlier when you were doing your stream, I told you I was, doing some looking around for equipment. The reason I'm looking is because the pickup truck. Oh, I know. All I got to do, article, is bring chocolate. Lots of American chocolate. If I bring chocolate, I could have any Filipina I want. Okay. There we go. So my pickup truck, I have a hard time accessing, the stuff inside, because I can only reach, the first 2, maybe 3 feet, and the other 5 feet are covered, and I can't access it from the side or the front or the other side or the top. I can only access it from the back. So I've been looking at, getting something a little different like that, right? Where I've got storage cabinets and doors and stuff. And this guy wants, I think this one was 1,500 US. Newfie, she's from north of Manila in Luzon Province, Area 1. Hey, Darlene, welcome. Or Archohan. Welcome to my live stream. So there was that one. And then I also saw this one, which is, the same. Whoa. Come on. Oh, trying to get it so that the glare is not so much. Anyway, you get the idea. Then I can still use the pickup truck, but make a trailer out of that one. Then if the pickup truck breaks down, I can throw any other vehicle in front of it and still go. And then the other thing I want to go and pick up is this bad boy. Let's see if we can get the camera to not read the brightness of the brightness of the screen. Oh, there. But that was like a health bus at one time. No problem, Arjohan. I enjoyed our visiting your stream. Yes, Mom Hardy is here. She's going to go and get her nails painted again shortly. So she's going to take off. I'm going to end my stream, and then I'm going to go watch her live stream. So she gets to talk, and I get to type instead of the other, the way it is now. I talk and she type. Oh. Yeah. She actually is going to do a live stream at her parlor, Noopy. We get to watch her get her nails painted. You're going to do your toenails too, Hardy? I know. You do what for yourself, are you, hon? You paint your own nails? Did I hear you say in your live stream that you work as a sanitation engineer in Hong Kong? In other words, you ride on the back of the truck picking up other people's garbage? Yeah, I paint my nails too. White, so nobody can, see what color they are. Okay. You cut your own hair too? Was it that expensive for a hairdresser in Hong Kong? I bet you can't wait to get home in, what is it, just a little over 2 weeks? Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. Quite a number of years back, so shortly after my ex left, and I decided, I was going to start talking to somebody. I was talking to a Filipina, worked in Hong Kong for the former chief engineer of the water system. She worked as his housekeeper and personal assistant, or like personal aide. Uh-huh. But she was telling me about, the cost of living in Hong Kong was crazy. But you should have seen the condominium that she worked in. Unfrickin' real. Like, she had a space that was like an apartment that was inside of their condo. not just a tiny little room or a closet. She had her own, bedroom, bathroom, lounge, a good size, about the size of a Filipino house. Uh huh. Yeah. What was interesting is the family, the people that Maravik was working for was the same family that her mother was the nanny for years before. And Maravik's sister was the nanny for one of the boys that the mother raised. So, it was a family affair. And then just before Maravik got, went into her crazy jealousy, and I ended it with her. Her sister had joined her as a second house worker, personal aide to the missus. Oh, that's the only problem with eating McDonald's food. It keeps talking back at you. Yeah, Nupi, you'll enjoy Arjohan's live streams. Um, I mean, I've been to one, but I've caught bits and pieces of her other ones. Still getting used to having a beard. Usually, this is the week that my beard would have gone bye bye. It has for quite a number of years. I'll put it on over the winter, and then I'll stop shaving on before Labor Day or at Labor Day, and then I'll let it grow until March break. And at March break, off it goes. Makes for a nice, winter insulation. But in the summertime, I'm going to have to wash it like 3 or 4 times a day so I don't offend myself because I sweat so much. You're still here. Oh my goodness. Thank you, sweetie. Sinta. You want one of these? Okay. You get a blue jacket. See? You look better in blue. See, I asked Hardy if she wanted me to keep the beard or take it off, and she told me to keep it on. What about Darlene? What about Darlene? You prefer a man with beard or bare chin? Okay. Oh, stretch. Okay, yeah, of course. You're still home. Yep. Half an hour before you have to be at the parlor. And it's your town isn't that big, so at most you need 15 minutes. Probably 15 minutes if you had to walk, right? That was the one thing I noticed when you guys were walking through the town with on that parade, is how much setback there is from the street to the buildings. Because having been in Davao, there a lot of the buildings, the commercial buildings, even the office where my dentist was located, there was one parking spot for the dental office, and there was everywhere else was restricted parking. So what the heck do you do if you drive to go to the dentist? Where do you put your vehicle? Oh, when does the party start? It started when you got here, Noopy. I'm not one for big parties. The only thing I didn't do was stop at the liquor store and pick up a bottle. But then again, I'm not much of a drinker. So, this is about as strong as I usually drink. Every once in a while, I might make that a double. Take a little bit out of the top and throw in 2 shots of whiskey or rum. Oh, I think I am going to have to end my stream. I don't think anybody wants to join me where I have to go right now, because the pressures. Let's put it this way: Mother Nature has demanded a live stream audience from me, folks. Thank you so much for coming. And I will do it again soon, promise. And we can have fun and chat. So, see you later.